Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm the Wombat of Doom,
Meg Kirby.
And I'm Trillian Spears.
and we're back for another episode of Rogue Scholars. Apologies for it being a bit.
I was busy with frog fractions. Sorry.
Right,
Guys.
frog fractions. You know, life happens. Right, it's the summer. Sometimes we need breaks too, but we're back. How's everybody doing out there?
I don't know if you're talking to me. I'm doing well.
I'm talking about you.
Nice. Then I'm doing well. Could have been anyone.
Watching Frog Fractions, so it's amazing.
Nice.
Dude, it's so good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Everyone needs to play it. I'm not even joking. If you don't know how to do fractions, if you struggle with that like I used to, despite being in grad school, you should really play frog fractions. It's challenging. Like sometimes you just don't know how the numbers be, and then you just need frogs to help you.
And they show you how they do.
Yeah, it'd be like a do. Yep. Even though you don't think it might be.
Don't forget about living on Mars.
Yeah, don't tell them about that yet. Yes. There's a lot there.
Mars.
Oh wait,
It's-
Trell doesn't know.
I don't know. He was like half making dinner, like having a life
Oh,
while I
okay.
was doing fractions.
Got it.
So
Oh, yeah. I didn't really get to see a lot of that, and to be honest.
he only knows that it ends with bug porn.
It does?
Spoiler.
Oh, I heard something
I thought
like...
Kayla told you, damn it! Now I'm ruining it all! Yeah, it does. I thought Kayla told you, my bad. Oh, the
all
hottest game of
good.
the year being spoiled.
I should fire that up one of these days.
It's a quick hour-long game.
There you go.
Hour
Oh
and a half.
yeah, you're right. It was pretty short, wasn't it?
It was
Anyway.
in one stream. Anyway,
Maybe someday we'll talk about frog fractions as our podcast, but that day is not today. Today we're
Maybe
talking
one
about
day.
multiplayer games. So in this day and age, with a lot of different companies putting out multiplayer games, and also due to current pandemic situations, people are, playing online more often than not. I know like a lot of my friends groups are playing a lot of like board games online instead of like in person, or like tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons they're doing online using Roll20. So like online multiplayer has definitely taken a surge in terms of popularity with people. More people are at home and able to do it too. So that's kind of what we're here to talk about today, whether it really is surging or if it's just more people in certain categories are and whatnot. So I guess from personal experience, I feel like I've been doing more multiplayer stuff recently than I have. I know like Trell and Kirby, sometimes we play Overwatch and they
Yep.
play Warzone, like, and we didn't
You
used to
should.
like have multiplayer stuff, right? Like we might get together every once in a blue moon, but like
Right.
it's a lot more regular now, like at least once or twice a week, if not
Yep.
more.
It's been kind of nice. I don't it's despite all the bugginess that Warzone brings. Oh my god, the game is actually terrible for a AAA title.
it's so bad. Oh, that could be a whole other. It's so bad. There's no excuse.
There is no excuse for that kind of.
I can't get over how much that game makes me upset with not even like just the game itself, like me losing, but how pathetic and not pathetic. That's such a mean word. But how
No,
disappointing it
it's
is.
completely fair to use that word there.
Like, get it together, dude.
Like for someone as big, Activision,
Huge. And you
huge.
can't fix your bugs.
You introduce like, oh, let's make you go inside the arena. Oh well, now all your weapons turn into Minecraft looking
Sorry,
weapons.
buddy. Yup. That, the shaders, the game size, the fact that you can randomly not hear people, you can't see the scoreboard because it shows some enemy team. The lone hot dog randomly joined your team. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so bad.
It's
I
so bad.
uninstalled Warzone after one game.
They won't let me. No, I think I might do it again soon because this game
he's-
sucks.
He's in the gang. He can't
I
leave.
am. Dude. I thought I could leave the family, but they said no. You're in. But anyway, yes. I think besides, I need to look at the numbers, but besides just multiplayer games, gaming as a whole is of course more popular now given the quarantine. I mean, like, look at, you can even buy Switches, or maybe you can't now, but there was a period of time where you couldn't buy Switches because they were always sold out.
Yeah, they were right up there with toilet paper.
Thanks,
Yep.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, plenty of games. Even like I hate it because it shouldn't sell this well. Paper Mario is currently the best-selling Paper Mario game because one, there's more gamers now, so that's part of it. But two, any Switch game is just selling like hotcakes because it's portable, it's easy to play.
Right.
They're more casual. So if you're bored inside, now you can play this. So I don't know.
That's
What do you guys
interesting.
think about the conspiracy theory that Nintendo started coronavirus to sell
That's
Switches?
100% true.
I agree.
Now their Switches are balling out of control. Now they can make more dumb decisions like not including actual multiplayer in Mario Party. You know,
Yo,
They
that
can let-
still pisses me off. Like
I
every
know,
Mario Party.
Ew.
Come on. Like
Why not? I don't understand why not. They like exclusively made it a couch-based co-op game.
Yep. Their decisions don't make any sense. Okay. Yes.
yeah, I mean, and we've talked about how Nintendo doesn't do multiplayer well. Like, but like they've gotten it right before, like Smash.
They do couch co-op well. They don't do online well.
But Super Smash Brothers online was fine, right?
It's okay. It's a bit laggy. Like when the last time Chell and I tried to play, which was a year ago now, probably. It like we'd have like constant mini lag spikes that. I mean, for fun, if we're just messing around, which we were, it's fine. But if I ever wanted to play like competitively or like really try with friends, it wouldn't work, in my opinion, unless they've improved it in the last year.
Look at Mario Maker. They made that online. I mean, it sucks. Have you seen the lag that goes
Yeah,
through? I'm like,
watched, like
I
Grand
would,
Blue.
I would not even play that. It'd just be terrible. But I mean, they have the capability of doing online, and you think that? I don't think that Mario Party would be bandwidth intense.
They just are bad. Anything online, Nintendo's bad at. Like they do a lot of things well, but then like their decisions just don't make any sense. But I'll try and stick to the multiplayer component where, yeah, like first of all, some aspects of the game, some games that should be multiplayer, Mario Party just aren't, and other games are. Like Mario Maker didn't need to be multiplayer. It's cool that it is. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but why the hell wouldn't you do that for Mario Party? Why wouldn't you release DLC for Mario Party when it has like 3 maps? You know?
Yeah.
Their online servers suck, and now that before when it was free, I felt a bit more lenient towards them. But now that they're charging money, even if it's only $20 a year, it's like do something. Like why is it so bad? Nothing else is this bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nintendo's multiplayer has always been terrible in my opinion.
Personally, I'm glad that there's multiplayer out there. This is what we're going to be, focusing on today. I'm glad multiplayer's out there. It doesn't really hit home for me anymore like it used to when I was
That's
younger.
agreed.
Like I just don't have the appeal to it. I'd rather much get an enjoyment out of is an experience from a game. So I like to focus on the games that are going to make me feel something, make me go through a range of emotions, troll me,
Hollow
make me
Knight.
laugh. Hollow Knight, where's you go, like 100 hours in, like lol, you think you were done? No, there's 100 more hours more, baby. I'm just like that's what I'm all about.
And I feel like a lot of people were on the other side of that, where like they've been playing those types of games for so long, and now that everybody's wanting to play multiplayer, maybe a lot of people are transitioning into multiplayer stuff as well. I don't know. Like, I feel like I used to be very heavy on the multiplayer aspect as well. Like, I mean, Kirby, when I first was like, "Whoa, Master Chief Collection," like playing Halo, I can't wait to play with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, that was the first thing out of my mouth, and you're like, "No, bro, like single player campaign. That's what I do. That's how I roll." And I originally, like, I feel like I'm more like that now than I used to be. But like with Halo, like I was always playing with other people and like having that social aspect, and that's what made it fun. And like I feel like a lot of people are discovering that now more. Like that, like I don't know. I've just seen a lot more people that used to just play their own thing are now like playing together, or like Jackbox games and stuff like that. Like there's more opportunities to do it in like solo game makers that you didn't have back in the day, so like it's kind of like a balance, I guess, right? Like for example, some people are going more single player, like Trell mentioned, and you mentioned also at one point to me, Kirby. But there's other people that are gravitating more toward the multiplayer experience?
Yeah, well, for me, there's two parts of it. Like, I don't dislike all multiplayer games. PvE or couch co-op, that's a blast. I play games.
Right.
Paul and I always try to have a couch co-op game going on. But PvP games or other competitive games, like, I don't have the time sink for that anymore. And I don't want to play it, get salty because people are better than me. It's okay that they're better. That's fine. And it's not. I'm not saying everyone who is better than me has more time and they have no life and I have a life. I'm not saying that. I don't have the time to
Right.
get better than them, whether it's overcoming their raw talent or overcoming their hours. But that's not fun anymore. So I'd rather play stick to my single player games or PvE, because AI, you can always change the difficulty until it's the right challenge for you. Like Halo Heroic is great. Legendary, don't want to deal with it. But yeah.
I would completely agree with that. Like, it's just, why are you playing games? For enjoyment, to take yourself out of your own personal whatever, to disconnect, whatever. So if it's sitting there and you're not getting that from it, then why do it? So if multiplayer's not doing that for you, and if it's sitting there just making you a salty Sandy, then
Salty Sandy.
why do it? You know?
Yeah, I mean that's why like sometimes you guys like you're like okay, I'm not enjoying this. Let's do something else, right?
Yep.
Right.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like, I have a blast doing multiplayer and stuff like that, but there's going to be a time where it's just like, I could probably be doing something a bit more productive with elsewhere or something when it starts to get to that point where I'm just like, yesterday was a great example. It was just like
Oh my God.
dead. Oh, dude, I could not even stay alive for like 2 seconds in Overwatch. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling this tonight.
I get it, dude. Yeah, like either you can play, if you want to play a game, fine, play one that's more fun, or like you said, go do something more productive. Like, but don't waste your time when it's already so limited at this stage in our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's my problem with it. Not really my problem. That's why I think multiplayer games have never been less appealing to me than they are right now.
I've been finding the opposite for me.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like for me, I've been the last couple of like, for example, the last year I've been playing a lot more single player games, but like I've been gravitating toward things that I can play with other people, and maybe that's partly because of isolation stuff, but I've been really like enjoying more like interactive stuff, which is probably another reason why people stream, right? So that they can interact with people even if it's a single player game.
Oh yeah, of course.
So maybe there's something to that too. Like, I guess
I'm not bored of the interaction of multiplayer games. I'm bored of the getting dunked on by people better than me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get that. That's interesting. I don't know, like there's some people that like get locked into a game and they like love playing that game and just that game. Like, I mean, and I've been guilty of that. Like, I played like Minecraft for forever, and like Overwatch I've played for a long time.
I mean, if you're having fun with it, there's no reason to not. Like,
right.
I play a game till I'm bored, and then I move to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some games that don't get old for me, but I want to play other stuff too, so I move on and I come
I
back.
see. Okay, yeah.
I don't know, like I've never gotten tired of Overwatch. I've just gotten like or no, I've never been exhausted with Overwatch. I've only gotten tired of it. There you go. Does that make sense?
I mean, I'm not. No, it does. It does. Like, you can, like, if I play any game, no matter how much I love it, if I play it for either in the short term, a span of hours, or in the long term, a span of weeks, or like a lot over the course of weeks, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a break from this to play other games. But it's not like I'm done with the game. I'm taking a break from it. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I mean, that's usually why when I do stream, which is a vast amount of my social interaction, to be honest. Like when I'm streaming there, I usually like will alternate through different games just so I don't get burnt out on the game that I'm playing. Which is weird. I keep going so ham at Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's just been fantastic so far though, so I'm really enjoying that.
And as well you should. It's a great game. I can't wait for our Hollow Knight podcast. It's gonna be fun.
No, it will be. I got so much to complain about.
So what do you guys think about like the party game thing? Like, so for example, Fall Guys just came out, right?
If that game were less expensive, I would absolutely play it and be down to play it.
Right.
I think it's a game where I'd play with all you guys once or twice, and then we'd see everything the game has to offer, then I'd not want to play anymore. But I think party games like that, Mario Party, Mario Kart, the Jackbox games, or like the stick fight game that we used to play a lot, all those games are great. I love those games in short bursts, because the thing about most party games is that they're fun, but there's not much depth to them, right? Mario Party is Mario Party and Mario Kart are generally a bit better about that, about having a lot more replayability. But the point is, I think they're a lot of fun, and I love playing them.
Yeah.
I would agree. I think I'm glad that Fall Guys is out there, and I don't complain that it's $30, but it's also my privilege to not buy it because it's $30. So I'm glad it's out there, and it seems like it's doing really well. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm glad that a lot of people are having fun doing that. It seems like it came out at the right time where everyone's quarantining, and you can just sit there and you can just be these stupid little jelly beans doing stupid little physics and stuff like that. And it'd be both infuriating and hilarious at the same time. But I wouldn't spend $30 on it because I don't feel like I'm gonna actually play it that much.
Yep.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of party games, like Jackbox games, have been around for a hot minute. Like, they've got 6 incarnations of them now, and then some smaller games as well. But I've been seeing the I follow Jackbox games, like the topic, and like it's been a lot higher than it used to be in terms of like in on Twitch, like the viewership.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's been a nice bump from everyone staying home.
Yeah, I mean, like offline, like I have some friends of our family that like we meet every Wednesday, or at least we used to. We're moving it probably, but we met every week and played Jackbox games for like a couple months during quarantine. So, and I know a lot of families that are doing that. So it's interesting how people are utilizing gaming, which used to be like a taboo thing to do, right? Like, we've talked about how like people viewed gaming as kind of like a waste of time, and now they're using it as kind of a way to continue community and have fun together. It's interesting. And then, like, I mean, we've talked about D&D as well. Like, D&D online is pretty much the only way to do it right now, unless people want to brave it. I know my groups haven't, and I don't really enjoy online D&D as much as other people. I really like the in-person stuff, and like, I guess that's kind of speaking the couch co-op too. Like, some games try and replicate that. Like, I feel like A Way Out is like a kind of a split screen type thing. Like, it's couch co-op without having to be next to each other. I wish more games were like that.
Right.
But it's kind of tying into the whole couch co-op thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, and here's the thing about couch co-op is that, I don't know, maybe they don't sell well. I'm not good at business, but back in the day, couch co-op games used to be made quite frequently by AAA developers, and now it seems like there are no AAA developers making couch co-op games, which is okay, because AA and indie developers have kind of filled in that void. Unfortunately, a lot of them, in my opinion, aren't particularly good, but there seems to be a much lower focus on couch co-op and local co-op games than there used to be.
Well, I mean,
the internet's bigger, so it makes sense, but...
Yeah, right. Like, there's a lot of people, like, for me, I can't do couch co-op with you guys, period, right? Like, unless you guys came to visit, that would be it. Like, and...
No, you're right, and I don't know if it means people... I don't know.
See, I think it's it's trimming the fat. It's my opinion where it is. I think there's a market for it, but when you're creating a game, and I don't know hardly anything about creating games other than my stupid little time just messing around with Unity. But like, I would imagine that it's a good deal bit more of effort to build in, map design, code, more testing. It's just a lot more money you got to pour into the game to actually support couch co-op. where they think that like we could do that, or we could just focus on getting the multiplayer, not looking like Minecraft weapons and exploding everywhere on your screen.
Oh my god.
I'm calling you out, Warzone. Come on, fix that crap. or just go straight to like couch co-op. I'd rather do that if it worked.
Yep. Minecraft kaleidoscope weapons. But yeah, exactly.
It's kaleidoscope weapons. There's like you bring it up, it's like you're like, whoa. I'm gonna have a seizure playing this game.
They don't even need to fire it at that point. They just need to run it into you. It's a grinder.
That'd be cooler.
Dude, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture and put it in chat. It's so
Nicholas
terrible.
has a clip of it.
Does he?
Somewhere. Yeah, I'll find it.
I think it's
He,
on
he
Big
couldn't
Bicep.
see anything.
I saw that.
Like the weapon is as big as the screen. You like bring it up and you can't even aim down the scope because it's just like
It's
it's so terrible.
Gulag. We can probably find it soon.
Yeah, I guess there isn't a lot of games where you can either couch co-op or like there's a very specific genre of games that are multiplayer. They almost never do like, and they've tried in the past. They almost never do like games that have a single player campaign and then also a multiplayer anymore. Like you're seeing that less and less, right?
Sorry, say that one more time because I was looking for the Gulag thing.
Games that have single player campaigns, they're less and less having a multiplayer aspect to in addition to it, unless it's like a big title.
Yeah.
So, like the first Tomb Raider game had a multiplayer arena style Tomb Raider experience, right? Where
What's that like?
it was kind of like a not Warzone, but like an arena where you fought other Lara Crofts or whatever, or other characters from the.
How was that?
Game. It was bad. Everybody was so much better than me. I couldn't do anything, and there's like 30 achievements tied to it, which fucking multiplayer achievements.
Okay, I don't think some games added multiplayer for no reason, and they shouldn't. Well, no, not for no reason. For the reason of increasing the cost of the game. Like for example, Resident Evil 3. The single player was good. It was fun, but that's like a $25 game, maybe 30. Can be just due to the length alone. But hold on, they tacked on Resident Evil something. I don't remember what it was called. Some multiplayer mode, and now it's a $60 game. I'm like, no one wanted this though. no one asked for this, and I would have rather have paid $30 for this game. Well, I did pay, but I'd rather have that be the base cost of the game.
Right.
So
that you could have paid $15 for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be the cost that it was.
I don't think that they did their homework correctly on that one, because when you make a game, I think you should probably like ask yourself some things like, does
it need it?
Does it need it? Should this be in there? Do people even want this?
Right. I mean,
they probably knew. They just, I don't know. Again, if you add more, you can charge more, and if it's easy enough to add, then I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they believed in it. Maybe they thought it was going to be the next shooter. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, they were riding the coattails of the 1 and 2 being pretty hot, so they thought maybe they could just spin
2
that
was
off.
fan-fucking-tastic.
No. I'm not talking about 3. I'm talking about 1, the first one. The first one had multiplayer.
Wait, what are we talking about right now?
Tomb Raider, just Tomb Raider.
I'm sorry. I thought we were still on Resident Evil. Never mind.
Yeah, I thought we were on Resident Evil.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
I
was mistaken.
Hold on. Resident Evil 1 had multiplayer? I was about to be like, whoa, buddy.
I see. So yeah, riding on the coattails of 1 and 2. Got it.
Right.
I'm all caught
the
up
1
now.
and 2 remakes were. I mean, even the 3 remake was good. It just wasn't worth $60.
Right.
Man.
But,
yeah.
How big is the multiplayer in Minecraft? I never really played it.
Which one? You mean the dungeon one?
Sure.
It just came out with like a Diablo-based Minecraft.
Oh, is that like the story mode thing?
No, story mode's different.
No, it's separate. It's like an action RPG.
Oh, it's actually called Minecraft Dungeon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I am aware of that. Okay, yep. I was talking about the regular one, like just Minecraft. That's you can have as many people as you want in a server, or you have to host your own server, right?
When you host your server, it's limited by how much you pay for a server, or if you're hosting it personally, it's however much your computer can handle. Most people do a server because it's so taxing on a computer to like run a server, right?
Right.
So most servers are like 25 people. If you pay for a top dollar host, it's
Top
probably like
dollar,
more like
baby.
100, but like
Oh,
usually
wow.
not higher than that.
No, what can you do with 100 people in there all blocking?
We're blocking it up.
They just
Blocky,
are either
blocky.
doing more of the world, or they can. It's more of like that way your server's always active, because like one of the things with like when you have 25 people is like maybe you'll have 1 or 2 people on at a time, but they wouldn't all be on at the same time usually. I found like the more people you can have and the more people that are invited, the longer the server stays alive. Like if I'm in the server by myself over and over consistently, like I burn out. Like there's nobody to interact with. I'm just building. I'm blocking. So I don't know. Like with Minecraft, I definitely don't like doing stuff on my own. I like to have people to show, build with, collect resources with, go on adventures with, do random shit, build games to play with each other.
Right.
Like I actually I'd create games for people to play. Like I'd wire it up with redstone and stuff. It'd be a lot of fun. Like puzzles and like other games and stuff. Shear the sheep.
That'd be cool.
Hmm?
Shear the sheep.
Yeah, I made a giant sheep, and then like everybody had the race to shear it as fast as possible, and whoever had the most wool won. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I think we called it Sheepzilla. Yeah.
Nice. So I mean, I guess out of all the big major multiplayers out there, have we all touched them? I have not touched Apex.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I played. Apex is my favorite battle royale game, but it's still a battle royale game, so I still am not a huge fan. But I like that it has abilities. To me, that always makes games more fun when you have different, unique characters to choose from. But yeah, Apex is neat. I like it. It's also not as buggy, and it also doesn't take up 100 gigabytes of my hard drive.
Maybe it's free, right?
It is free, and it's free.
I should probably give that a shot. Destiny 2, have we all touched that?
A long time ago,
I haven't played
about a
any
year
of the
and a half
Destinies
now.
actually.
I'm surprised actually with how much you like Halo.
Yeah, Destiny 1 wasn't accessible to me back when they released it because it was on Xbox One, right?
I think it's on everything now.
It is now, but when it first released, I think it was Xbox One.
Maybe I'd have to look that up. Well, I don't know
I
if
don't
that was
remember.
an exclusive.
I
Back when Xbox actually had exclusives.
I didn't have a computer that worked. All I had was a 360, so I think they had gone to the next gen, and I wasn't there yet.
I think they had it on the 360 as well, if I remember right, because I remember when I used to play it on Xbox One, they had it PS3, 360, PS4, and Xbone, but they weren't cross-compatible. Like, so you couldn't play with someone that was on a PS3 if you had an Xbone and all the other permutations of that.
I guess it was on the Xbox 360. Yeah, I don't know why I
But
didn't pick it up.
It was fun. Like the story mode, the storyline stuff like that was pretty fun. Very very feels like Halo 2 when you play it. I would say a bit cleaner though.
It might have been at the time when I wasn't really playing much video games. I was doing real life stuff. There was like a span of like 4 or 5 years I didn't do much in the way of video games.
Okay. You were planning on picking it up?
Yeah, eventually. I'll add it to my list.
Yeah.
My problem with that game was that the looting wasn't like the difference between the characters, first of all, and like your skill trees and the guns isn't significant enough. So I feel like after I played for 5 to 6 hours, I had seen more or less everything the game was going to give me. Now, I didn't see all the end game raids, but it just didn't seem like there was enough there.
I for a while there was heavily into the raids on Destiny 1.
Yeah, I never tried them, so maybe that's what I was missing.
They were pretty fun. It was kind of very reminiscent of any like MMO if you've ever done any raids of that kind of nature, where you gotta like
Yeah, I've done a few in like WoW or Guild Wars.
you gotta learn how to do them, and then it's all comes down to just well execution, getting a good team to actually pull it off and stuff like that. So there can be some fun in that. It can also be very frustrating if you don't pull it off, or you get noobs in there that don't know how to do it and stuff like that. And it's very I feel like
Noobs.
MMO with raids, I feel like it's a very toxic environment just because you don't no one learns how to do them unless you're shown pretty much,
Right.
you know.
And
Or you
like
could,
a lot of
go watch
people, when they
videos,
try and
but-
show you, it's like they're obnoxious
You've never
about
done
it.
this before. You're like, no, of course not. You know, or
Yup.
you know, it's not like they will only take you if you have like the gear already or something like that. You're like,
Right.
I can't get the gear. You know, and then Destiny 1, I feel like was really bad at because they didn't have any matchmaking for it. So you had to literally just go and scour the forums to actually go find and make yourself your own
Wow.
party. It was pretty bad, in my opinion. I think Destiny 2 might have fixed a lot of that, but I played like the main storyline and then I bounced. I didn't really stick around on Destiny 2.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
a Monster Hunter World! I have not
Love
touched
it.
that one.
I haven't
love that
played it
game.
either.
Because it's
on my list.
PvE. That's one of my favorites.
PvE.
That's one of my favorite multiplayer games right now.
Really?
Right now, because it's PvE again, which is what I'm going for. And honestly, I like the big ass mon. It's like boss fight the game, but with just with friends and you summon big Kirby. You just summon. So anyway, yeah, I use summons.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
You did every other time before. Anytime Monster Hunter was brought up, I go, you summon big Kerbo. But
You
anyway,
can't go in there by yourself and go kill him, man. Okay.
I won't beat him in time. They have
Yeah,
the fights are like 30 minutes long. But I like fighting big ass monsters, and it's fun. That game's a blast. It is grindy. I'll say that it's a grindy game, but it's really fun in my opinion.
Hmm.
I think so. There's a reason I haven't touched a lot of MMO stuff like WoW is because back in the day when WoW was a thing, like originally when it started, it ate whole friends groups of mine. Like it was like nom 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 nom, and they were like, where'd they go? And they're like, oh, they got eaten by WoW. They're gone.
God.
Rip. And like I knew that like I'd be right there with them if I did that. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to dedicate that much time to it. So like I stayed away. And like, would I have had fun? Yes. But I decided to like not get that invested. And I feel like there's a lot of games where like when I look at the game, I'm like, am I going to get really invested in this game? And is it going to be worth my time to be invested? You know what I mean? So like I tend to like have like this hierarchy for grindy games, and like I'm not sure if I want to play this or not. And I fell into the trap of Minecraft, you know, where it is a very grindy game, but like there's also like your grinding like just gives you resources and you can do small or large projects. So like, and you can grind with other people and gather things more quickly. But like I'd say that's probably my only real grindy game that I play. Unless go ahead.
Isn't there mods for that you can just like get whatever you want?
I mean, you could go on the creative mode and like just spawn resources, yeah, but
Yeah.
I tend to not do that unless I'm doing something like, if I'm a moderator for the server I'm on, so like if I'm doing something server related, like maintenance wise, I might turn on creative just to help. But if it's my own projects, I don't, because it's boring. It's if you just have everything, like it's boring to just have it all, you know?
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's why I don't understand people who cheat at games. I'm like, what do you do? What are you winning now? What are you
Right.
getting out of this? You got it. Like, why are you playing if you already did everything? You cheated. But anyway, yeah.
There was something I had. What was it called? Dragon Veil. There's like this. It was back in like I don't
Never heard
know,
of it.
iPhone 2 or something. It was like an app on there or something like that. And it basically you create your own like dragon park or something like that. And it was I poured a lot of time into that, and just like getting all the different kinds of dragons, because there was different events and
What's it called? Dragon Veil?
Dragon Veil, I think is what it's called.
I'm gonna look it up. So-
But like I spent a lot of time just like trying to get all the dragons in that game, and just like
Look at them.
Farmville or something like that. Like I guess I'm trying to think-
Farmville. Yeah.
I never got into Farmville, but I'm trying to think of something that might
Uh-oh.
be similar to it. But so I what to finally get myself out of it, I jailbroke my phone, just absolutely like hacked the crap out of that game, and got myself like everything possible. And I was like, there, I'm done. Walk away. But
I can't
like,
play this anymore.
yeah, I was like, but I can understand that. Like, if sometimes if you just like that creative mode might just also just be like, there, you have everything. Now what? And I was able to just walk away from that game. Then I was like, thank you.
That's
Thank
actually an interesting point. Using it to break yourself free from a pseudo addiction of a game. I like
Yeah.
that.
So our video cut out, but we're still, yeah. I'm trying to fix it, but our video cut out.
Okay. But wait, they can hear us? Should we stop talking?
They can hear us, but
Okay, that's all that
the
matters.
video is not. It just stopped.
That's fine.
So we can get naked.
All right, let me know when it's coming back on.
Anyway, not to derail.
Is Overcooked 2 a big multiplayer game?
I mean, it's not big. It's one of those party games you play where you play it and then you hate all your friends.
There we go. Fix it.
Overcooked is fun. I haven't played the second one, but Overcooked is fun. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. How many Steam users are there? Let's find out. But it has high reviews. It's fairly priced. There's 2,000 people playing right now, so that's kind of cool.
World of Warcraft came out in 2004 and it's still going strong.
Yep.
They've had good updates.
Well, and they've had bad
insane.
updates too.
Huh?
I said they've had
No,
bad
you're right, but
updates too. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like World of Warcraft is addictive, right? So like a lot of people have like stayed on for like years and years and years.
I do think, while I don't know how long it will take for it to die out, I do think it is on its way out. With the release of Classic and thing like that.
With RuneScape too, like they got too far from the original design, or maybe it's nostalgia blind people. I don't know, but RuneScape Classic and WoW Classic are now much more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know. That game could go on for 10 more years, man. That's crazy.
Momentum is a scary thing.
Then you got other games. I feel like Diablo 3, dude. Does anyone still play Diablo 3?
Probably not.
I mean, I don't feel like Diablo 3 did that well, to be honest.
Well,
Compared to
I
like
can't
it's
relate, but
compared to 2. Like I don't know, like I played Diablo 3 like maybe for 4 hours and that's it. I didn't like it.
I beat it once and then I never picked it up again, which is
I
weird
couldn't
because
even
I
beat
was
it.
such a fanboy
Right.
of the Diablo series.
Yeah,
But
same.
yeah, I was actually all for the marketplace when that first opened up because you could earn real bucks by playing the game.
Right.
mhm.
But I never got into that either. Maybe this should be something I pick up again. But now you got Diablo Immortal, which I'm so looking
Bro,
forward to.
I don't have a phone.
Yo,
I
you
don't
can
have a
play
phone.
that shit on the phone.
Do you guys not have phones?
I don't have phones. No phones.
What about Battlefield? That never really took off as much as Call of Duty, in my opinion.
Battlefield?
Yeah.
I played a little bit. I played a little bit of Battlefield 4, I think.
What's Battlefield?
It's another war. It's war. It's like, okay, I'm gonna say it's like Call of Duty, but I actually think it's better, even though I don't play as much, because you can get in vehicles. So like you can get like
Destroy
fighter jets, like
buildings.
helicopter. You can destroy buildings. It's so much better than Call of Duty.
It
But
really
it didn't
is.
sell as well for whatever the reason. So
There's another one that was like
okay,
that.
I recognize that title. I kept confusing it with Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
What about another one? Was Medal of Honor? Remember the Medal of Honor games?
I do.
Never
They
actually
never
played
really-
those, but I do remember them.
They never really got as popular as Call of Duty either. Which is a
I
shame
actually don't
because
know
I feel-
why Call of Duty is so popular. Matt, why do you disagree? I don't know why Call of Duty is so popular.
I don't know why either. Like, to be honest, Call of Duty all the way up until like Black Ops, I thought was just like they were just on the up and up. And after that, I think around like Ghosts, maybe they started kind of just like, I don't know, running out of gas in my opinion. But I don't know. I'm sure there's people out there that'd be like, actually.
Wait, Battlefront is the Star Wars version. Oh yeah. I knew that. Yeah.
Oh, they are? Okay, interesting.
Yes,
So they're made by the same people?
I think so.
Huh. Okay, so that's
Battlefront?
why I got confused, maybe. Huh.
What's this gulag clip you put in here?
That's the Nikos
That's
version
the
of gun
Nikos.
kaleidoscope,
dude.
right? When he pulls his gun, you can't see anything.
You can't see anything. It's so bad.
I don't know how to link it in chat properly, but yeah, exactly. It's like, why?
How about like is Pokemon like can you battle people online?
Yes.
Okay. So they've actually done that now. I remember back in the
I think I've had
day
that,
with
yeah.
the cords, like you had to use cords to like
Oh
battle
yeah,
people.
I mean, you're going back to the 90s.
That's the last time I played Pokemon. So
Fair.
I
But,
just
like-
watched that video. I posted it in my Discord a while ago, but it was like the downfall or decline of
I really
Pokemon.
enjoyed that video, by the way.
Actually, it was really good. I just watched it. I kept meaning to, and then all of a sudden, like it came up on my feed again. And I was like, oh, I never watched it, so I went and
Yep.
watched it. And it's like I love when people go to the effort of actually making their YouTube videos like documentaries.
It's great.
It's so fantastic. I just watched another one the other day of it was like the history of Fast 4-2 on Super Mario Bros. And it was fantastic just to sit there and watch through and all the different elements that they used to eventually chip down to what is now known Fast 4-2, because it was something completely different back even as far as like 2007 or something like that. It was like 4-2 was completely played differently. So anyways, I digress. But then like, you know, Pokemon, they were showing like the different commercials they had, and they're like, you can take your Game Boys and you can hook them together, and they showed the wire, and they had like the Pokemon like manually walking over the wire to the other guy's thing as he was trading it. I was like, wow, the 90s, dude.
I
But
still
it was
have
so
that
good to
wire
see.
somewhere around here.
Do you still have a Fat Boy, one of those fat Game Boys?
So I don't know where my Fat Boy went, but I do have a color.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'll go
Man.
get it.
That should be in a freaking museum.
Yeah, I don't have
Hell
my
yeah.
Fat Boy either.
I mean, I don't know how much. I actually don't know how much online there is to Sword and Shield. Would you know that, Kirby?
Wait, sorry, what was the question?
Sword and Shield. How much online element is there?
So there's a few things. There's a cooperative mode where you fight the Gigantamax Pokemon, the best thing ever, where you fight them, and so like you can have AI bots who are like brain dead as usual, or you can like team up with your friends, which is apparently kind of fun. And then of course, apparently though, the new Pokemon, while it's bad at everything, in terms of like actual gameplay, is actually pretty good for PvP. I'm not big into PvP, but there's all the stuff you can do like with breeding Pokemon and training their EVs and their IVs to really optimize their stats for the Xbox One Series X, 360X. So, but you can do all that, and I guess the online, it runs smoothly, it connects easily. So I guess that part of it is actually pretty good if you look at it in a vacuum.
I mean, the problem I guess I have with Pokemon Online then would be that there's how many different avenues is there going to be of doing that? Like you have the trading card game, you have each game having its own thing that can't cross pollinate. They all have to have their own thing. So then it's like, you know, you can be the best in the card and sword and whatever. Then, you know, the next one that probably you can't play with anyone on Sword and Shield. You can only play on the new one, which is going to be like garbage can and dung pile or something. Whatever.
Yes.
And then it's like I think they sell out, and they really need to just get it together. For watching that video, for them truly being like innovative at one point, now they're just money hungry.
Blight Town, I guess. But yeah, they are, because like you said, there's so many different aspects. I know that Pokemon's owned primarily by 3 different companies, right? There's Nintendo, there's Game Freak, then there's the actual Pokemon company, and they all control different aspects between the games, the anime, the cards, the merchandise. So I don't know. I agree that I don't know. How do we get? I don't know.
We were asking about multiplayer Pokemon, and
No,
I guess I
gotta be
digressed
careful
from there.
because I will get way too wild on Pokemon if I let myself. But the multiplayer and the new one, if you care about whether it's co-op or PvP, is good. But at the same time, that's bullshit because Nintendo has just sucked at multiplayer for so long that it should have been this good like 10 years ago and it hasn't been. So really, that's like saying like Yeah, I don't mean to brag. My 16-year-old son's like really good at addition. It's probably the best he's ever been at simple addition and arithmetic. It's essentially the same thing as saying that. So I don't really want to give him that much credit.
Can we just talk about the animations real quick? Kirby, what do you think about the animations in that
No,
game?
moving on. Moving on.
Don't.
No.
Let's talk about Persona. Thank you, man. Let's talk about Persona. A good game. Pokemon trash. Demons.
Does
good.
Persona have multiplayer?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, all right. Moving
it's
on.
not.
Moving on.
But hold on. Persona doesn't. Matt might know. Shin Megami Tensei might, which is also kind of like Persona. So who knows? Maybe I can still bring this in here somehow.
Kind of like Persona. Wow.
Well, Persona was a spin-off title from Shin Megami Tensei,
Oh,
but then
okay.
became more popular. So, yeah.
Got it.
So it's technically, I swear I'm done after this. It's like Shin Megami Tensei - Persona whatever. So anyway, I'm
it
done
doesn't.
now.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. I've been shot down.
What about Animal Crossing? How was the multiplayer like that? You just invite people onto your island, right? And you show them
Yeah, I
around.
mean, if
And
you
they can
wanna,
give you stuff, and they can check stuff out, and
it's
you can give
essentially a
them
real life
stuff.
simulator. Yeah, it's just like a social simulator, like The Sims, kind of. I don't know if The Sims has multiplayer, but the multiplayer is good if you want to just like. People use it to have like friend dates and stuff during the quarantine, so it's.
You just
neat.
come over and chill on someone's island and at their crib. And that's it.
Yeah, and if you're like best friends with them, which is like a thing you can give them, they can edit your island so you can go around. There's like these things called pitfall traps, right? So what Paul did to his wife, you put them in the ground, then you walk over them, you fall into the ground. It doesn't do anything, but it takes you like 3 seconds of mashing A to get out. He buried traps all over his wife's island so that she couldn't do anything. And that's about as trolly as you can get in the game, but it was great. She got mad. It was some fun stuff. I respected Paul for that play. That was a power play.
Dude, he's got to assert his domination, I guess, in that marriage.
Yeah, just so pitfall traps everywhere. Couldn't do anything. But yeah, the multiplayer is fun. Like Wombat said, you can help build the island by adding bridges. They can give you gifts, whether it's like music for your house or decorations. You can
That's
sit
pretty
at a
neat.
table and pretend you're having a tea party. It's mostly in the imagination.
Right. You can give like fruits and stuff, and like give turnips or stuff like that too, right? Like you
Yeah,
can give,
well,
like,
not turnips. Turnips you can't give because those are like the stock market, and they don't want people to
Okay.
cheat to get bells. But you can give them fruits, right? Like if you want to have like a fruit orchard or something, and you don't have like oranges, you need oranges. Someone
Right.
can give you an orange, you can plant it, then you can grow your own.
Can when you're visiting somebody's island, can you like raid their fruit trees and stuff?
Yes, you can. If
Ah.
yeah, you can raid all their stuff. You can only edit the island if you have best friends activated. So not like just strangers.
Right.
But you can. If someone's on your island, there are certain things you can't do, and you can't quit the game. So if you're like on someone's island, you can just refuse to leave and hold them hostage,
Right.
unless they changed it to where you can kick someone out. But when I last played, which was like 3 months ago, you couldn't do that. So it was good.
So you can't quit. But you can just turn off your console, right?
Yeah, but it won't save. So whatever you did since the dude came to your island isn't saved, which might be fine. Who knows? So
Oh my god.
I guess the last question I have then is, what's the whole thing about like somebody axing somebody on the beach? Like, what's?
have you seen pictures of like the bird on the beach and the dude
Yes.
holding the axe?
Yeah.
Okay, the bird just washes up on the beach because his ship got wrecked, and you have to help him find his transceiver part so we can call for the ship, and he gives you a decoration piece. But people
Oh.
take their axe out and act like they murdered him just to make change the context, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm like, dear God, what's going on here?
No, if you swing an axe at someone, it just goes through them.
Okay. All right.
So you can't collide, you can't do anything with that. Yeah.
Secret violence in Animal Crossing.
All right. So I get
If you make one of your channel point rewards Persona, make it 50,000 or less.
no. It's gonna be more than that.
Ah!
For Persona?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because you
Oh, you're
already
gonna
have
like
50,000, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
I just think 50,000 or less is a good price point.
Uh-huh. All right, so I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Single player games that you wish had multiplayer.
No, I gotta think, because like it's easy for me to be like Legend of Zelda, but then when I actually think about it, I'm like, no, that's actually terrible. So I gotta actually think for more than just picking games that are single player that I like which game would actually be better multiplayer.
Well, to speak to Legend of Zelda, remember the Four Swords Adventures?
Never played it, but yes, I do know it's multiplayer.
where there's 4. Well, I mean, when there's 4 different links, it would be interesting if you could be. I guess the what is it called? It's Try Something Heroes. Triforce Heroes. They had it was multiplayer, and that sucked because I could never find anybody to play with. So like I never could beat that game because you need multiplayer to do it. Like it's single player, it's bad. It needs multiplayer. It needs other people.
Okay.
So they tried it.
I think when I say multiplayer, because Doom and Doom Eternal have multiplayer, but it's PvP. I think dunking on demons in PvE of Doom would be a lot of fun, given how fast-paced and hectic it is. I think it'd be cool to see your buddies like jump around, like just blasting demons with grenade launchers and whatnot. I think that would be cool. That's not my top pick, but I'm just gonna say it. Hold on. Let me look at the games I've played this year, and let me see which ones I wish were multiplayer. Let's do that.
That's good. Good idea.
That's true, Matt. 2018 God of War. I mean, they'd have to expand upon the boys' moveset because right now, now it wouldn't be super exciting. But yeah, if they gave him a more in-depth moveset, I agree that could be really cool.
I think I got my answer.
You can say it. You don't have to wait for me.
Yeah, what is it?
Alien Isolation.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
There aren't many. You're right. There aren't many survival horror multiplayer games, are there? Which do you think it would take away from the scariness though? Because like
I would say there are survival horror multiplayer games, but they're solely based on like a single task. Like what's the game where you're like trying to like there's a bad thing that's trying to abduct the team? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Like there's like for example
it?
like Jason or
oh, you're talking about Dead by Daylight?
yeah.
Okay.
That's a multiplayer horror game.
Would you say? Oh, hold on. You want to reference Dead by Daylight, and you say the game where the bad dudes are trying to abduct the team, and not like the game where there's killers versus survivors, and there's Jason or Freddy or Pyramid
I've never
Head.
played it, so like I don't.
So you pick the thing where the dudes like say 4v1. I'm done. I'm sorry. I do have a tangent, but like you picked the most obscure part. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, I didn't know how to explain it.
I
so
see where you're coming
tried.
from now. I can see your perspective from someone who hasn't played it. Anyway, go ahead and continue.
So like those games, there's a lot of that type of game, right? Like
there,
Five Nights at Freddy's like that.
I don't think so.
I haven't played that either.
I haven't played it either. I played the first one. It sucks.
Was it multiplayer?
No, the first one you really sit in a room and close blinds and turn on lights. There's Dead by Daylight. There's another similar one to it though. Oh, I can't think of it. There are a few Dead by Daylight clones, but when I say survival horror, I'm thinking you're right that those are survival horror. I'm thinking more like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Alien Isolation, stuff like that.
We're not all Five Nights at Freddy's weren't all like the first one.
No, there's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
But they weren't all like in a mission control room.
I have no idea. Let me go. I mean, that's the central theme, but they may have expanded on it. How do I?
I've never played any of them, so I have no idea if there is a difference or what the difference is or like what the original game is. I just know that there's.
Should play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that'd be a good spooky month thing, right?
Probably, yeah, I think so.
To play it, I think it's boring as shit. To watch it, just to watch you like get scared and stressed as a viewer, I would have fun. But playing it, it's so boring.
Why would I get stressed? I mean, why would I be
scared? Because you gotta like manage your battery power, or the little goons are gonna come into your control room.
Yeah,
and
but
you jump scared.
I'm so good at games. I would just
but Twitch is gonna say like you can't be good. So
that's fair. That's fair. It's in the contract.
Exactly. So that's what I'd worry about. You know. But man, I just saw what you said about how you're proud of me because I'm becoming more of a Persona expert. Thank you. I'm about to finish up Persona 3 today, and then after that, it's Shin Megami Tensei time. Anyway, I'm done with Persona. But yeah.
Persona 5, best game of all time. So good. Persona 5.
So good. It actually is my favorite game of all time. I think it's so good.
Over Hollow Knight.
Fuck
over
yeah.
Dark Souls.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Now, Hollow Knight is still a 9.5 or maybe even a 10, depending on how long I think about a game.
You said that Hollow Knight was going to be your game of 2020.
Yeah, but then I played Persona 5 The Royal.
You said.
Yeah, but then I played Persona 5. Listen, I said that when did I beat Hollow Knight? I said that
like
in
February?
January
January.
February. But then I played Persona 5 in April, and I beat it in May, and that
And then
like
you
changed
just-
my whole world.
You just left it. You just left Hollow Knight in the dust.
If I look at the scoreboard, Hollow Knight's in second place. It has a 9.5. It's in second place. There's
Wait,
What'd you-
there's
what'd
something
you
that has a
Persona?
10?
Persona 5 is a 10. Fuck yeah, it's the best.
It's a 10?
Wow.
A 10 on the
Good.
Kirby scale.
It's so fucking
I've
good.
never seen this.
I can't wait
Oh
to,
my
at the end of the
goodness.
year to talk about this. Like,
It is so good. I give you a hot sneak peek. It blew me away. I went out of my way for optional dialogue. I watched like a 30-minute cutscene. It was so good.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh, I was dying. It was so good. It was the best game. But Hollow Knight got 9.5. So
interesting.
Why did Hollow Knight lose 0.5?
well, there were a few. There's one question. I'm not gonna blame it on the quest. I guess it's because out of all the bosses they had, honestly, I don't like that many of them. You know, Gruzmother, stupid. Vengefly, stupid. The thing is, the bosses I do like, I love. Nightmare King Grim. 3 bosses you haven't seen yet. The Mantis Lords. I love those guys, but a lot of the bosses were trash. Like, if you look at your boss list, let me pull it up real quick. I'm not gonna stay on this for too long because it's not multiplayer, but while we're talking about, like, I think there are like 6 or 7 bosses you've died to more than 5 times, but like 80% of these bosses you beat in 3 tries or less, and the majority of them were in 0 to 1 or 2 tries, and they're just not good.
I guess I see your point on that.
Now keep in mind, obviously that was only a 0.5. Plenty, like, the game is fantastic. It is phenomenal, but so many of the bosses were just like, what, massive Moss Charger, why are you here? And you gotta have intro bosses, but so many of them were like just dummy easy that I couldn't give it a 10. You know?
Yeah,
You
there were
forgot
some.
he existed. You were like, who is this guy? Oh, it's Fawn Gus. That's right. You
Yeah.
forgot he existed.
I mean, one, that is on me for taking so long to play the game, but 2, I would probably have to agree with you that if you were like forget the boss fight, then it probably wasn't memorable, right? Or it isn't memorable, but yeah, I'll never forget NKG. That dude was crazy.
Same here. That was my favorite boss of the year. That's still true. Out of all the games I've played, that's one of my favorite bosses of the year. And maybe, I don't know if I want to put him above Frida yet, but one of my favorite bosses of all time, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
What was the one in Bloodborne that was like cake?
Oh, dude, fuck you.
That was supposed to be Frida. Sister Frida.
That was so stupid. I don't.
What was her name? I don't even remember her name because she was
You
so
actually
easy.
not? Are you memeing? Do you actually not remember?
I don't remember her
It
name.
was Maria. It was
Maria.
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 You disrespectful
I saw her for
slut.
like
Like,
I saw her for like 2 seconds. I was like, Saya.
you had a one night stand with her, then put her name in the contacts as like Clock Girl or something. I don't know. I don't remember her name.
I don't even remember her name.
That's so disrespectful. Oh my god, I thought you were just messing with me. You
No, I
remember her
don't remember her name.
Oh
He
my
remembers
God.
Orphan over her.
That's so rude. That is so
She
rude.
was so easy.
God.
God, the DLC, that whole game was so easy.
You beat Bloodborne last, right? Out of everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Unless wait, was it before Sekiro?
After it was after Sekiro.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
that's right.
probably part of it too. Although Bloodborne for me, that was my least death count too. Like I think
Yeah.
I had under 200 deaths.
You asked who's Maria, whatever. At least you won't ask who's NKG. I'm so
The
sad
only
about
ones
that.
the only ones that gave me trouble were Orphan and what's the other one?
Ludwig.
No,
Ludwig.
Ludwig was cake. I think I first tried him.
What? Ludwig was the fire horse, dude. The fire cleric beast.
That wasn't
Look,
Ludwig.
you
Ludwig
could've
was
said- Oh,
yeah,
so
the other
the one with
Lawrence,
all the
Lawrence,
different
Lawrence.
pieces.
Oh my god, I'm so bad.
With a giant blade sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my bad. Yup.
the LHB though. LHB was the
Oh,
weapon.
so I used the bitch weapon. I forgot about that. That's why the game was so easy.
That was like the best weapon of all time.
No, because your biceps were too small to use the Kirk hammer. Get out of here. I forgot about that.
Whatever. Go back to run into what's her name? What's her name? Go
Yeah,
run
see,
into
I'm
her
not gonna
arms.
tell you. You don't even know her name. You don't even know her name. I'm not
Go
telling
run
you
into her
name.
arms again.
Oh, dude, she was so bad. That was impossible. That fight took me so long.
Really?
Dude, it took me like an hour. I was so pissed.
Oh man, I just went and greeted on her too. That was so good.
I
Yeah.
couldn't. She kept like turning around. Her ass kept tickling me.
Oh, Trell. I
Mhm.
don't think you've answered what you think a good a game that's single player that you'd want to be multiplayer.
You know, I would
What'd you
like to
say?
see. I would like to see Undertale multiplayer, and
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
Actually,
I'm
Huh.
not even memeing. I think that there could be like
Okay.
some fun quests or
I'm
something like that.
glad you said that because I was thinking, I know Undertale is a JRPG, whether you want it to be or not. And I was thinking it'd be fun to have a multiplayer JRPG, but I feel like it'd be hard to do. How would you envision it without spoiling it for Wombat? I mean, you can just talk about turn-based stuff. How would you make it fun though, right? Like,
It would have to be like either you go through the main quest or something like that, or it's like a random dungeon generator or
Okay.
something, or maybe they just build it like a whole different storyline just for multiplayer. You know, I don't know.
yeah,
They make it specifically for multiplayer, or I mean, look at like a trying to think of another game that does. I mean, like you can do. When you do Halo, you can do it single player, but when you do it multiplayer, don't they generate more bad guys, tougher bad
Sometimes
guys?
it depends.
do they Wombat? Okay, I have no idea.
It depends
like-
on which game. Sometimes they have a little bit stronger AI. Sometimes it's more enemies. Sometimes
Okay.
it's
So the
a
enemies you encounter
combination.
in Undertale, you could have more complex.
It was more so you already hate waiting, so now not only do you have to wait for the enemy's turn, you have to wait for me to make my turn. And I just feel like the combat would get like, you haven't played D&D yet, but when your party gets too big and people aren't good about thinking of their turn before it's their turn, you're like, holy shit, dude, what are you doing? Okay, you know when people can't decide if they want to use their insurance? It's like that, but multiplied.
Yeah.
It's every single turn. It's so much more frequent. It's like, bro, you've had like 8 turns before you. What do you want to do? Are you going to do it? Or what? Like, come on, man.
So
But
That's
with
what it's
D&D,
like.
like if it's an inexperienced person, like it's a lot easier for them to be like, what do I do here? Like especially
Yeah,
when
you're
things
like,
change, like
oh
all of
my
a sudden.
God. Yeah, so it's like even more complicated. But anyway, in JRPGs, it would be like that. If like,
Yeah.
like you're playing with your friends and you're like, Kevin, are you serious? Like you've had 3 turns before you of waiting and you didn't decide if you were going to use an item or cast fireball. Like
Is-
do something. That's what I think would happen.
is Kevin a real person you play with?
No, I
You-
swear it's actually not. I
Do
censored
you have-
the name.
I was like,
I
do you
have
have
someone
beef
in
with
mind.
Kevin?
I have someone in mind. It's not. I don't know. I'm always afraid. No one in real life knows I do these streams, my own streams or these co-op streams, and I want to keep it that way. And so Paul, like he doesn't know I stream, but I don't ever trash talk Paul, so I'll say his name. But the other friends,
Paul's the worst person of all time.
No, he's not. He's the
He
best.
ruins perfectly placed trolls.
he's the best. He saved my life. But
I
I'm
can't
not
wait
gonna
till I
say
meet him.
Kevin's
I'm
real
gonna
name.
I'm gonna be so mean to him if I ever meet him in real life.
He doesn't
I'm
even
like,
know. He
you're
doesn't even know
Paul?
what he did.
Trell will like go up to him and be like, so you're Paul.
He's like, oh hey,
Exactly.
what's up, buddy? He doesn't know what he did.
Yeah, yes. I
He's gonna
see.
shake my hand and be like, nope.
Slap the shit out of him.
He's gonna look at Kirby like, why is this guy an asshole? Why is this guy being a bitch?
Don't worry
don't know.
about it.
He just doesn't like Pauls, I guess.
He doesn't like balls. Yeah.
Like 3 words. Jedi fucking souls.
He's not gonna have any. He's like, what is this dude talking about? Jedi fucking souls.
Oh man. Poor Paul. But I think like is you saying that it's a JRPG? It probably is actually a JRPG, but it's not turn-based. I wouldn't say for Undertale.
Well, it's active turn-based in that it's first you choose if you want to use an item, if you want to attack, if you want to talk to the enemies or whatever, and then it's active in that like if you attack or something, you have a little bar and you press A when it's in the middle to do more damage. But ultimately, that's what JRPGs are like. I know you've never played them, but
That's
that's
Final
what you do.
Fantasy 7.
But how is it any different? It's the same thing. You choose your action, it happens, and the enemy chooses their action, it happens.
But like it was it was seamless. In Undertale was like there was like a rapport against every single person that you encounter.
That
And
is
it's
true.
like there's like this like comedy to it, and then like I didn't even notice I was waiting. It was like I hit something,
It's a
and then
good
you're trying to
JRPG.
do like the dodging and things, and it was just like you didn't even, it was seamless. Where in like Final Fantasy 7 it was like select and select this one, okay, and then think for like 5 minutes and let it do its like thing, and then you're gonna
Thank
do
you,
your
Wombat.
thing. It
Yes,
was just
okay.
terrible.
So the difference is, it's still JRPG. Undertale simply added humor in between the turns, so it was like a comedy show in between your turns.
It was
And that's fair.
fantastic.
That's okay, but you're still waiting. You're right. You didn't notice it. It's still JRPG. It's a good one. It did it well.
So Final Fantasy sucks.
Well, if you don't like classical JRPGs, yeah, it sucks to you, not to me. To you, it sucks because it's a classic JRPG.
I only played the OG one back when you actually could rent things from like, I don't know, Blockbuster or whatever. So I rented it and I like returned it the next day. I was like, this game's terrible. So bad.
I didn't
It was
even
on
rewind
PlayStation.
it.
Yeah, take it back. I have my money back, please.
I didn't even rewind it. Keep the shit.
So bad.
But yeah, JRPGs multiplayer. If it's turn-based, I don't know how. I don't know. Unless there's something for the, you'd have to add some sort of like mini game or something for the not active player to do when it's not his turn.
Maybe.
Like
I mean,
something
know.
that helps the other player, like
Yeah, whether it's cheering them on or like scavenging, like you like dig for items or something. I have no idea, but something.
yeah. What did you say yours was, Kirby?
I don't know. It was a weak ass answer of Doom.
Oh yeah,
Because
right, got it.
I think that it is a weak answer. And when I'm looking at my games list, there's nothing like really like. Could Hollow Knight be fun multiplayer? Maybe. I don't
People
know,
have
but then it
made a
also takes away
mod
all
for-
the challenge.
People made a mod for it to be multiplayer, but like it's where you're dueling each other and you can play as
Yeah.
different bosses and stuff like that against each other and stuff.
It could be neat. You know what I'd like? They'd have to make it split screen, or else the camera would get janky as shit. And it's not a game; it's a genre. But there aren't. I'd want more 3D collectathon. Think Banjo-Kazooie, Ukulele, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, A Hat in Time. Games like that are multiplayer
Hmm.
to help you, like, and I guess kind of like Epic Mickey in a way. Is I don't know if it's really that much of a collectathon, but games like that need to be multiplayer more, in my opinion. I'd enjoy that.
Yo,
But seeing like the co-op puzzles and stuff that Charles and Aiden have been going through in Epic Mickey is cool.
I just saw my playlist for this year that would be awesome as multiplayer.
Are you going to share, or is it top secret? Or actually, is it on the list? Can I just look?
It's back. It's something I already played.
Oh, okay.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising is multiplayer.
Oh,
It is multiplayer.
is?
Yeah, that's the best part.
Is the first one multiplayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
it's
so.
not online
People, that's because
multiplayer,
people kept
right?
trying to call Trell and like get into his games.
So I usually go, just like for when I was like Bloodborne or Dark Souls, I usually just don't go online so people stop trying to
Yep.
connect. But yeah,
That's
like when I was playing
amazing.
Dead Rising, when I was playing Dead
Yeah.
Rising 2, I kept getting a phone call and it was like, so and so wants to join your game. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, dude, it looks stupid as hell in the best way.
Bit it.
Dude,
so the question is, if I play Dead Rising 1 again, would either of you want to join in?
I only have it on the 360.
So do I.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Ooh. Maybe.
All right.
That'd be good.
if that happens, he's not allowed to help you with the final boss. That has to write a passage. That has to.
Yeah, I'll be like, wait a minute, why is he disconnecting? Oh my god, it's the final boss.
Oh, you'll know. But yeah.
Dude, that is a one that you want to push your fingers into your eyes. It's so bad.
It's so stupid. But I think it was really the best way they could have ended that game, as janky as it was.
Dude.
I mean,
Oh, man.
I'm also usually more patient, so maybe I'll be okay with it. I don't know.
Maybe.
You
More power to
Godspeed,
ya.
Pilgrim.
I'm gonna hate myself for saying that later, but
Yeah.
Matt said you're weak. You
Someone
don't go
clip
online
that.
so you don't get invaded. Wait, clip what? Oh yeah, hold on, I got you.
Clip Wombat saying like, "Oh, I'll be more patient."
All right, clipping it. Yeah, we need that for later. Get that posted
it's
up.
a good call.
Save somewhere pinned.
Okay, last question that I have, at least on mine, is games that are multiplayer that shouldn't be.
Resident Evil 3.
Right.
Nah,
Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah, Call of Duty Warzone.
That's all it is, right? It's just multiplayer.
That's all it is, but it shouldn't exist.
Agreed. Dude, I don't play. I need to look up. I don't play many multiplayer games now. So now it's like I don't know. It's easy to do the reverse.
I already said Tomb Raider.
What about Red Dead Online? I never played it.
Apparently, I mean, it's like GTA Online. Apparently, it's pretty fun. I haven't played it.
I played GTA Online. That was super fun.
Yeah, apparently that's what Red Dead is like. But
Oh wow, I need to get Red Dead 2, man.
Red Dead 2, I never. My only experience with it was with Red Dead 1. Damn, was your playthrough. But Red Dead 2 was a lot of fun in my opinion. Parts of the story were like dragging out, but I think it ended really nicely, and I had a lot of fun with it.
That's one I need to take a look at. Question for you guys with the on the topic of multiplayer. What do you guys think of the whole Fortnite thing?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
That's a very general question.
I think you mean with it being removed from the Apple Store.
Moved from Apple and Android store.
So I think it's hilarious that they did that knowing what would happen because they had all this video and this like pseudo propaganda.
Oh, they knew.
Yeah,
they
they
knew that they were going to get taken down. Yeah.
I don't see how they win this, given that they agreed to Apple's terms and conditions and then just shat all over it. I think it's hilarious.
What
but I don't
happened?
see it going anywhere. So they made it so that they found a workaround so that when people buy V-Bucks, the premium currency of Fortnite, Apple doesn't get their 30%.
Oh.
Epic decided that they just shouldn't. Like, why should they? But so they found a workaround of that, and then Apple's like, "Oh, so we're gonna remove you." Then they sued them, but like they obviously broke the terms and conditions, so I don't see how they win this. But yeah,
Right. So essentially, I think normally when you have to use their SDK when you're creating the apps, and it's probably all built in, like any kind of transactions through. This is my guess. Is any kind of transactions through like stores, whatever, use their thing, and it probably just use it. Taxes or whatever, 30% goes into some, whatever, however it works. It's built in, right?
Yep.
To the SDK or in the APIs that are available from that SDK. But then there's like a workaround that you can do that you can like kind of have like a standalone artifact or something to do like a patch or something I was reading up a little bit on it. I have to read it again, but I think that using that, they were able to actually just like kind of do the transactions outside of whatever it's supposed to be on both platforms, Apple and Android. So then it was kind of like, now we did that, and then they're both like, well, you're out of the store now, Which they were out of the store to begin with, anyways. Though you had to go and download it like on Android by yourself because it was never on the Play Store. So I mean, they could probably just go back to that on Android. I don't know how you did it on iPhone before, or if you even could.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Unless you jailbroke your device or something, but.
So does that mean that people who had it on Android or iPhone can't play it anymore?
I don't think it removes it from your device, but I'm sure that maybe Apple block it or something.
They might. But I don't know. The whole thing is just kind of humorous, in my opinion.
I would say that 30% sounds a bit steep.
It does. And
I think I've heard most developers actually complain about that before Epic did anything like this. So I think it's just funny that Epic is actually they're in the position that they are like the most popular app. So they're just using their weight to try to throw at big boys. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of it, because I think that 30% is steep. So
Stick it to the maniosis.
Wait, what?
Stick it to the maniosis. Yeah, that's.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I heard naniosas. I'm like, I don't know what the hell that means. I heard maniosis. But yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be interesting. I personally don't see how Epic wins this at all, but it'd be cool if they did. Just to make it easier for other developers.
Well, I mean, like, look at all the commercials that you have out there for like Samsung, stuff like that. They're like, the best device to play Fortnite on. Now they're gonna be like, well, crap.
No,
That's
we can't,
gone.
yeah, that's a good point. That's
So-
gone.
I mean, you might have people like Samsung and stuff like that push and be like, guys, get it together. Just whatever it takes, get Fortnite
Yeah, we want to
available.
play Fortnite.
Yeah, we're selling massive devices with Fortnite, and now we can't. So fix it, make them happy. Who knows?
Yup.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any closing thoughts on multiplayer?
Play multiplayer games.
What was that?
Play multiplayer games.
Please, again, I want more couch co-op. I'm not gonna say I want less PvP because a lot of people have fun with it. It's not for me. It's nothing inherently wrong with the games.
See,
But-
here's the thing though. If I want couch co-op, but I want it so that I can choose between online or couch. Like it can be
Well,
both.
yeah, I guess, yeah, that's fair.
I want to play Mario Maker with you guys, or not Mario Maker, Mario Party with you guys, and I can't do that unless I'm there. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because Nintendo's bad.
Right. Yeah.
I want more cross-platform multiplayer.
That should just be a given. That's a good point. We didn't touch on that. That should
In
be
Yeah.
a given at
in
this
this day and
point.
age, why is that even a thing that needs to be talked about? It
Yup.
should just happen.
Minecraft's doing it.
Most
The-
games are getting better.
Most
It
games
is
have the
improving.
capability of doing it, but I think they don't do it because of either like they don't want the whole paradigm of Sony versus Microsoft, or but no one does that. Like it's no like I have a Dell and you have an HP, mine's better or something. Like PC, right? Like
Yeah.
you just have a
They're
console.
all
versus console.
PCs.
They're all just PCs at this point. Like, I mean, sorry that I'm not going to be playing mine in like the most optimized 4K XX triple series 360
Yeah,
X
we're just
version,
peasants.
but it's just still just I just want to play the game with you, you know.
Yup.
What other games are cross console?
Cross-platform. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So besides Warzone, stop. So
Destiny 2 was supposed to be, but I don't think they did because there was like something in the contract with Sony, or I might be completely wrong on that, but
no, Destiny is, Rocket League is, Dead by Daylight is now. Even, you know what's funny as shit? There's some battle royale games where it's cross-platform all the way to mobile, and mobile gamers blow. They can't turn,
Right.
they can't aim. You just smoke them. So
yeah, I
there's
feel
one
bad
deal-
about that.
Me too. There are even gamers who specifically will play games that are dominated by mobile players, but then play it on PC, whether legitimately are using a hack to make it like emulate the mobile game on their computer, but use a keyboard and mouse, and they get first place all the time. And it's not really cheating, but it kind of is. But yeah,
Yeah.
You just can't. I mean, how do you build on Fortnite?
I have no idea. I don't know how you build like without that. Like I don't know how you build normally.
And, oh, I know. Like you watch like Ninja or something like that, and he's just sitting there, he's spinning, and it's just like wall, 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 wall. I'm like, I can't barely comprehend what's going on right now but it's fantastic to watch. And then all of a sudden you see the people on mobile, and they're like, okay, let me turn. Okay, and then let me
Yup.
go this way. It's like what? It's just terrible.
I agree.
And maybe in that sense, like, you know, as I said, there should be more cross platforms. There should be maybe a way that you can filter. Like, you're like, I don't want mobile people, you know, or something like that. If you don't want them, sure. But at least let the option available that if you do want.
Agreed. I think when it's I don't know how easy it is. I'm not a developer, but if it's something like that is seemingly simple, like why not have the option?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything needs cross-platform. If it's gonna be multiplayer and it's gonna be on multiple consoles, just make it cross-platform. Don't be a bitch.
You know, be another great game multiplayer would be the Batman Arkham Asylum. If you like were able to do like
Kirby, I saw your eyes.
Are you messing
roll
with me?
without even looking? I saw your eyes roll.
I wasn't. I forgot you were playing that, and you hate it.
It's up like 4.
Dude,
Oh, if
is
you're
it-
watching this, I'm sorry because I know I said I would insult you, but this game is not fun. But I'm gonna finish it because he loves it. I'm gonna tell him.
Wait, is it
It's a
multiplayer?
7. I don't know. I hope not.
It's not.
Oh wait, do you guys just take turns?
No, he watches me play the game. He likes the game so much. He's watching me just play through it. It's like I'm like streaming it, right? He just
You're
wants to watch,
personally streaming it, bro.
and I'm just playing it. And I'm like, I'm beelining it. The second I see the objective, I'll see like a Joker or a riddle puzzle. Fuck that. Nope. Next boss fight. Spam X, then press Y every once in a while to counter. I cannot wait to be done with this game. I'm not
I
gonna.
think it'd be great if you were like Batman and Robin or Batgirl, or you were able to like dunk
No,
on,
you and your
on the
friends be
Joker
bored
together.
at the same time.
I forgot it.
God.
You hate that game.
It's
Oh,
like
that's so good.
it's on par with Vampire, but Vampire
Really?
Vampire was just jank shitty. This game is just like brain dead boring. Like holy fuck, it is so boring. I've never played a game with more mind-numbing combat. Vampire actually had better combat. This game, you spam X until an enemy's gonna attack you,
And
and it
then-
gives you like
Hold
3
on.
seconds before, and you press Y.
The
Why,
final
yeah.
boss in Vampire, I watched you do, and
I
it
did
took you
spam
like
X.
5 seconds. It was like the worst final boss.
It was really bad. That is true. But like, you had moves, you had abilities. In Batman, all you fucking do is like throw batarangs around. It's so boring.
How
And the-
do you throw batarangs around again?
Like
Let
you
me
go
see that.
like this, and that's all you do. And you literally, I swear to God, like I'm not joking. I'm like spamming X, and, like I'm like not, and then I see an enemy like you get like Spidey sense, and I press Y, and then I counter him. Then I spam X again, and then I press Y, and that's literally no joke, 100% of the fight so far. And I'm so bored. And the world design is the best part, and that's the only reason it doesn't get like a 0.
Right.
It's like if you like Batman, you'll like it more because you'll care about the lore, you'll care about the design. But I'm like
There's
ready
a
to,
lot
like,
of collectibles and things like that.
yeah,
which
I'm ready to
is-
like break my neck whenever I play this game.
So
Oh, man.
what I liked
I'm
about
so
the
glad I brought that
combat
up.
was like using the different things instead of just like I always went for stealth, and that made it
Yeah.
fun for me. But you
But, like,
just
the
go in
enemies
and
have-
punch everything.
I almost said something I shouldn't say. The enemies have very low IQ,
Right.
and like the stuff, like yeah, you can either way. It doesn't matter what you do; they're gonna die in like 5 seconds. The reason why I don't stealth, and I feel you on that, it is more Batman-esque. But if I punch them, they'll all come to me, and I can kill them faster.
Yeah,
than
I
me
see
having
why
to go
you
to
do
them.
it, and I know that's the Kirby way. I always did it with
If
stealth.
the combat
So,
was
like,
fun, I would. Oh,
like
God.
like I'd plant like bombs and like lure them over with batarangs, and then they investigate and then explode, and I get like multiple guys at once, or like I'd grapple one guy to me, or like hang one from the ceiling, things
It's
like
supposed
that.
Yeah.
to be a very stealthy like game.
So like
Kirby just knows how to fight them all.
you're
with
God
the-
of War styling it, right? And
Yes, because
Yeah.
the stealth is so slow.
yeah, exactly, right.
And like literally, if they find you, you like go on these gargoyles and like you just hop around in circles,
Right,
and
and then they're like,
"Where
"Where'd
do
you
you
go?
Where do you go?" I'm like, what are you talking about? Where did I go? And then like you just go, but like oh. And the boss fights, besides Scarecrow, are trash. They have the same boss fight 3 times so far.
Which one?
Scarecrow.
The Bane,
Oh,
I
Bane,
fought
yeah.
like Bane or Bane equivalents 8 times.
Who have you fought? I don't want to spoil anything. Who have you fought?
You want me to say? Okay, I fought Bane 3 times, or not? No, I fought Bane once, and then Joker gives these generic goons the
Yeah.
Bane syndrome, so they're
Right.
Bane. So I fought Bane 3 times. I fought Scarecrow twice, and I fought Harley Quinn, but not really. I fought her goons, and then she tried to fight me, and you just like punch her once she dies. It's like a Zote fight. But so I fought her once.
I know where you're
I just got
talking
the
about.
Botanical Garden, so I know Poison Ivy's coming up. Maybe that'll be fun. I don't know.
All
That's
right.
it.
I
It
don't.
is-
I've never played the game, but my brother
Don't.
played it, and
You
I
watched
watched
it, right?
I watched parts, so I only know parts. But I do know of a boss fight that's coming up that you might like actually.
Okay, I'm going back to Paul's on Tuesday. I'm gonna play some more Batman, trying to beat this game, so I can.
Batman.
So we
Did-
can
I
pick
think you. How many hours you got in?
I don't know. I go over there and I play for 2
Oh,
to
I know
3
which
hours
one you're talking about. I know which one
every
you're talking
time.
about.
I'm
Charlie.
probably like 8 to 9
do?
hours in.
Okay.
I'll message you after.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
be done.
But
Just
I'm
fucking
in-
tell me. I don't care.
I'm in the DMs. I'm in the DMs of Wombat now. Look at
Oh
this.
my god! I just
So
want this game to
good.
be over. So how close am I to being done? If I just got to the Botanical
Not
Garden?
even close.
Are you fucking
Half-
serious?
Half, maybe.
I was about to say half.
honestly
Look at his face.
I honestly don't want to play anymore. I'm not joking. It's fucking stupid.
Maybe 2/3.
2/3 is okay. If it's 2/3, then that's okay. If it's not,
It's
if it's anything,
it's been years since I played that one, so I'm not really a good estimate for you.
Fucking hell, bro. I don't want to have. I want to play other games.
Batman Arkham Asylum.
We should do a stream podcast where we talk about games we love to hate, and you can have.
I love to hate it. I
Arkham
just
Asylum.
hate it. Games I love to hate are like Vampire. That game's a meme. I'll like mess around with Charmed and shit like that all day. I love to hate Vampire. I just actually hate Batman.
Arkham Asylum is on how long to beat is 12 hours long.
Fuck me. I swear to God. I'm not joking. This is so shitty.
How many hours are you in?
You are more than 2/3. It looks like.
Thank God. I'm trying to do nothing extra. I'm going so fast. I'm like trying to speedrun this game without the speedrun tactics.
You're on Paul's like personal OnlyFans site and you're streaming it for him. You got
And
probably
I'm
like
pretending I
three
enjoy
more
it. That's
streams.
the worst part. Cause I don't want him to. I don't. Cause he's my boy. He's my boy. And I don't want to just shit on this game when it's one of his favorites. So I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, are you enjoying it? I'm like, yeah, this is fun. This is good.
What if he hates it too? And he's like, I don't want to accept Kirby.
If he hates this game and he tells me when it's over, I'm not gonna be his friend. I'm gonna have to break up the friendship because he made me sit through this.
But it's like the biggest troll of all time. He's like, I hate this game, but
It's
man,
so bad.
it's really
I'm gonna
getting
make him
him.
play Vampire and tell him it's my favorite game, and then I'm gonna do the same shit. I'm like, Paul, I'm gonna watch you play Vampire, buddy. Come on.
So good, man.
And it has like overwhelmingly positive reviews, so it's obviously just me. I just don't fucking get it.
Oh man,
I really don't understand it.
you probably
Like,
have 2 or 3 more Paul streams.
I don't. God dang it! That's like 3 weeks. Okay, so I'm gonna see him Tuesday, and I'm gonna be gone for a week. And I'm gonna have to come back knowing that's waiting for me.
Holy crap!
It's
So good.
like an ebony bomb waiting in the basement for Trell
Oh,
in the
it's
morning.
definitely. Yup. It's exactly what it is.
All right, guys. Well, I think that about wraps it up for today.
Oh, it's wrapped. I'm amped up. I'm ready to be mad.
We are multiplayer experience. That actually, I guess this podcast is a multiplayer experience too, right?
Yup.
It is.
Sorry, that was an attempt at a joke. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. I appreciate everyone being here. Matt, love to see you here.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Matt.
We will probably, I guess, 2 weeks is doable for us, right?
Well, hold on, because 1 week I'm gonna be arriving, and then the next week I'm gonna be
You're
leaving
gonna be
that
leaving.
morning.
Okay, so it might
Yeah.
be 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We're kind of on our summer slow schedule, so we haven't been, and this happens every summer. We kind of slow down a little bit as we do, but we'll
As
just
we
being
do.
back up again toward the fall. It's coming. Spooky month is coming.
This is the dude, September into October. Dude, actually, September through the end of the year is so hot. It's so good. It's really the
It
best
is.
time.
It is.
The spooky
starts
season
getting-
into Thanksgiving where I can gain 50 pounds into Christmas, into like breaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not sweat your balls off outside either.
Thank you.
Ah, it's so
My-
good.
yeah, I get to like cough my AC, my energy bill goes down. It's so good.
It is.
So we got a
Best time
lot
of the year.
lot to look forward to in the fall. More streams, more cool weather, more holidays. It's gonna be a blast. So we'll see you guys then. Hope you join us.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us. Bye bye.
See you guys.
Have a good
Yeah.
night.
Arkham Asylum, best game of all time.
It sucks.